Conflict can be both constructive and destructive. One major conflict resolution expert argues that whether conflict is positive or negative is determined by the parties' responses to the conflict rather than by the conflict itself. Let's take a look at conflict in organizations. Conflict is a disagreement that arises when two or more parties perceive a threat to their interests, needs, or concerns. Behaviors that escalate a conflict until the conflict seems to take on a life of its own generate dysfunctional conflict. Dysfunctional conflict focuses on emotions and differences between the two parties and can denigrate to the extent that the parties forget the substantive issues and focus on getting even, retaliating, and even hurting the other party. Not only can dysfunctional conflict negatively influence employees, work groups, and company performance, but it can also lead to employee depression, absenteeism, turnover, burnout, and negative emotional stress. At the same time, though, conflict can also be positive. For example, have you ever ended a disagreement feeling better about something? When it's effectively managed, conflict can be healthy. Interpersonal conflict can lead to greater learning, flexibility, and creativity. Behaviors that are adaptive and responsive to the situation, person, and issues create constructive conflict. Constructive conflicts, also called functional conflicts, balance the interests of both parties to maximize mutual gains and the attainment of mutual goals. Constructive conflicts contain elements of creativity, adaptation, and a desire to discover a mutually acceptable outcome. Constructive conflict can lead to the identification of new alternatives and ideas. Constructive conflict is a natural, inevitable, and creative force and can be beneficial to employees and their organization.